Drill cook up.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of
Be fucking for real. And happy Thanksgiving,
Yes,
everybody.
yes.
Y'all turkey good. The mac and cheese good. The greens good.
Look,
It's the yams
Bria
yummy.
got her outfit, you know, when you put your clothes on just to go eat at
So
the
sit
table.
in the living room, baby.
Period.
I'm ready.
And I look like I'm ready to eat. Okay? Period. Okay, so, but also, because if you can be anything, be fucking for real.
Absolutely.
Right, there we go. So, if you had to be fucking for real about anything this week, what would it have? What would it be?
You know, your girl still got it. That's
Okay.
that's, sometimes you be in seasons of your life where you just like really tuck yourself away and like really nurture yourself. And sometimes you just be tucked out of fear and like being scarred and like life happening. And then you like resurface.
Yeah.
And then you like, well, you know what? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. It's like, girl, look at the material.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where I'm at.
Okay.
That's what I had to be fucking for real. What about you?
I ain't even think about this one. I just had to be fucking for real about, if we're okay, I'm gonna put it in terms of like Thanksgiving, like be fucking for real about the people that are in my life.
Yeah.
And like the purpose that they serve.
Yes.
So like I'm in a season of pouring into people who are pouring into me.
Yes.
And that looks differently from season to season.
Yes.
So my friends and my core group are still the same, but
Yeah.
each person pours into my life differently.
Yeah.
And so for that, I am grateful. I love you guys. If you know, you know. If you don't know, well, you're not one of them. Okay.
Right. It ain't you. Clearly.
Woo. Okay, so let's get into these topics.
You pick, I pick, who picking?
I pick.
Okay, go for it.
Let me shake it up. We need something good. Y'all
Yeah,
know
I want a
love
good
it, y'all.
one.
Okay.
Get a good one. Drum roll.
Oh, wait, before, I got to talk about the wine.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're back on wine because we're classy. This is a Pinot Noir, Unanime. It is from Argentina. This is a good one. What about you?
We are at the Stella de Rosa. And I believe this is the mango. I don't know why I turned Hispanic.
Yeah, because that's crazy. Are
But
you
no,
good?
I'm good. No, this is the Stella Rosa though. I picked something out the refrigerator. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But
This is actually good.
cheers.
Yes. All right, so.
Girl. It's crazy.
Look. All right. This is hilarious. Okay.
What is it?
Right person, wrong time.
Oh shit! I'm good. I'm gone. I'm walking off the set. No, I'm coming back.
Literally.
Woo!
This is funny.
Because
We were just having this conversation.
Somebody just walked out the door. I'm sure you'll see this later. Anyway,
So you can go first, and then I'll.
Man.
Okay, so let me ask you this to start off, because you know I love a rapid fire.
Okay.
Do you believe that there is a right person, wrong time? Or is it possible that it's not the right person? Because if it was the right person, there would never be a wrong time. If that makes sense.
I do believe right person, wrong time.
Okay.
I think sometimes God gives us glimmers. Like you were talking about, I think in the last episode, I think like it's like a preview to a movie, right?
Okay.
But it ain't time for the movie to drop yet. It's the release date ain't out. But I'm gonna give you a little sample to see a little bit of the trailer to see, what the movie gonna be about, right? So I do think that all things come in their seasons. And I honestly do believe in right person, wrong time.
Okay.
And now, even in that, even if it is the right person, wrong time, it still may never be the right time.
Okay.
It just may be a version that in this time, it was the right person for you to get the lesson that you were supposed to receive.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
I definitely agree with that. I do think there could be right person, wrong time. But I want to switch that to say, like you were saying, like at the right time, that was the right person.
Right.
Because that's what you needed in your life.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean
It's your
months, years down the line that because that time it didn't work, that now it's going to work in the future or whatever.
Yeah.
It could just be, you know, especially in a dating space, like if you're dating a person and it doesn't work out, that doesn't mean you need to circle back years later because it was a reason it didn't work out.
Right.
But I also do want to say that there are times where people have dated or tried to, you know, talk or whatever when they were younger and just the maturity level wasn't there. Yeah. And they, you know, come back around. I mean, older couples do this all the time. Like
Nelly and Ashanti.
Yeah, like they dated or they knew each other for a long time, but it wasn't, they weren't both in the same space at the same time.
In the season.
And then when they circle back around, like now it works.
Right.
For them. It may not necessarily make sense to me. But yeah, I do agree with that. I think for me, a lot of it has been me questioning right person, wrong time. But then the people or the guys that I've given a chance to, I quickly realized why I left them in the space that they were in.
Yeah.
And although people grow and mature, like we both were saying, it doesn't necessarily mean like that we're going to be together.
Right.
Like you taught me what I needed to know at the time. I appreciate you for that. And then we're going to move forward. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. So do you feel like right now, or not even right now, but like you've had, okay, 2 questions. Do you feel like right now you're in a season of right person, wrong time with anybody? 2, have you ever been in a situation with the right person, wrong time, and how did you navigate?
So to both questions, yes. And I feel like I'm thinking about the same person for both questions.
Okay.
And you know who I'm talking about. Love them down, period. Anyway, I think that in the past, part of it was me because I wasn't even in a space to think like, oh my God, I deserve to be with someone like that. Because of my own like trauma and my own, like I had just got out of a whole relationship, like all the things. But then, you know, we remain friends, but now I still feel like it's the wrong time. I mean, he's got a lot going on, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not looking to be in that space with him. Right now, all I want to be is a friend.
Right.
And, you know, I pray for my husband every day. So if that is my husband, then so be it. But if not, I know that whenever my husband does present himself, like I will know that that man came from God. Because my prayers lately, especially the older I've gotten, have been just more specific. Like, God, I want this to be said. I want this to actually happen. Because that's the only way for me to know that it's from God. Because a lot of times in your own feelings, you're like, oh my God, this is God sent. And it's like, but it really wasn't. That was just
And it could be.
It could.
Right.
But I want it to be known that it is from him.
Yeah, I'm screaming it in your face. Yeah, absolutely.
Like I want X, Y, and Z to be said. Yeah. And when X, Y, and Z, it's like, oh my God, I know this is from God.
Right.
So what about you?
Yes. Yes to both. I think transparently, I feel like my ex was a big right person, wrong time for a long time. Cause we like were friends and whatever for like years, like 5 years before we actually got together. And that did what it did. Right now, I think I'm in a right person, wrong time, but I often like, so I'm about to kind of contradict myself because I talked about this on another pod, but like, how do I want to put it? Like, I know that's not my person.
Okay.
I'm pretty positive it's not. But I know he is very purposeful. And like we mutually like understood
come to that agreement. Okay.
But if the seasons were different for him, that very easily could have been my person. Okay. Now I don't know. Who knows, right? Yeah. But I do feel like he was very much so like a right person, like a glimmer that we talked about, like just like if we talking about like husbands and we talking about like this is the criteria, this is how I want to feel, this is like the essence of it, that's it. It's like you baking in the oven, but the full product ain't finished yet. Like he cooking right now, and I was able to see that as evidence of like, oh, he cooking. It's just not ready yet.
Right.
So yeah, and I mean like, it's cool. Like I think being younger, like we get really like bummed out. Like, oh my god, like it's just. Like, I'm just not as emotional about it, I feel like, in my older years.
Okay.
More so from the space of, like, I trust whatever's going to be is going to be. And, like, I learned to look at people in relationships as lessons and not possessions.
Right.
Right? Like, in the space of, like, you were here to teach me something. Mm-hmm. You were here to show me X, Y, Z. So I get attached to your purpose and assignment and not you as a person.
Right.
So it helps me regulate my emotions a lot better as I navigate, you know, potential loss. Messing with the mic. Potential loss or like whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. So yeah, getting attached to the purpose and not the person has been game changing for me.
I mean, excuse me. I think that's also a part of growth and maturity, because a lot of times we as women, and I'm just speak from a woman's perspective, can get lost in the like, woe is me. Like, why not me? Why didn't he choose me? Why am I not good enough? And it's like, but that was never your person to begin with. A lot of times we get attached to and possess men in a sense of like, I want to be with him, this and that. And it's like, that man was only supposed to come into your life for a certain season and for a certain purpose. He's now served his purpose and they're moving on. Yep. The same with friendships. But I think it's easier to navigate friendships because it's not that emotional attachment piece, right? Where it's like, okay, I understand you were a friend for a season versus a man, like now I've got my feelings involved. Now I'm vulnerable with you. Now we going on dates. Now you spending the night. So in my mind, you my man.
You my man.
And in reality, while he may think, oh, that's my woman as well, but y'all get to have those deeper conversations, deeper than the surface level, and you realize like, actually, this ain't it. Yeah.
What was I gonna ask you? So slight switch. Do you think right person, wrong time can also fall in the category of the one that got away?
I want to say yes and no. I think anything that's for me will not lose me, and I won't lose it. However, I do think that when you lack a certain level of maturity or a certain level of understanding, you can lose what was meant for you because you don't handle it with as much care as you should, and because you lose it.
Right.
So I definitely think I don't personally have a situation where I feel like there's a one that got away. But I do think, especially when I was younger, I do think that I didn't really handle men with the same level of like a gentle prized possession, if that makes sense. Because at that time, like I wasn't really trying to be in anything serious. So it was like, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to him, I'm talking to him. It wasn't nothing to it.
Right.
But I was open and honest with that. Not that it makes it okay.
Right.
But I was open and honest so all parties involved knew
what it was. Yeah.
But now that I'm older, I went and sat on that couch and talked to that lady. And
Shout
just
out
like,
to the ladies.
look, okay?
Shout out to me.
Period. I'm on her couch. No, I feel like now I handle things with more care. And I'm very big on really treating people the way I want to be treated. Like, I mean, people say it and they're like, oh, okay, whatever. But I really believe that in order for you to receive what you want, you have to treat people in that same way. I can't ask you for something I'm not willing to give.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. No, I definitely agree with you. I don't really have much to add to that. I think we fumble blessings. I don't want to say all the time, but it's kind of like, you know, you get a let's just say you get a Maserati, right? And it's like, okay, here are the keys, here's this, here's that, but you don't make enough to pay the note on this Maserati, right? And so you fumble that, like your car repossessed, right? So I do think that there is a space where we don't have the proper tools to steward the blessings and the people based, like you said, based on our own experiences, based on our intentions, based on our traumas, based on all of these things. And so, you know, we can get into this space of like self-pity around it, but it's just like, nah, baby, like this is a character flaw.
Right.
And you don't have the skill set and capacity to like really handle said thing or person. So, yeah.
So let me ask you this. So how do you navigate a right person, wrong time situation. When you know, like, because at the beginning you may not know, right? But then as you know, go through life, have situations, you realize it. Do you, in the space that you're in now, do you continue to like entertain it? Because like, oh, this feels good, I'm having fun, whatever. Or once you come to that realization, I don't want to say you cut it off, but like you kind of, take a step back and.
So I'm gonna use the two examples of the two situations that I mentioned. I think with my ex, I like always knew like we gonna be together. Like I don't know when, I don't know how, but like this is happening.
Yeah.
And so we went through a lot of stuff in between, and there was a lot of like push pull. Like I'm done with you. I'm like nah. Like it was a lot that happened. And eventually, like I was right. Like it was the right time. It was the right person. All the things aligned, right? So I think a part of it is for me. I know when it's like, okay, this is what I need to see through, right? And I trust that. So I think that's one way of navigating. The second situation, I think I'm more so in a space, like you gotta be fucking for real.
Right,
And
for
what
sure.
I mean by that is like, you have to get into a space of accepting the thing for what it is. And I think initially, when I was in this space with said individual, like I heard it and I knew it and I internalized it, but my feelings grew and I didn't keep it P.
Yeah.
And so when I didn't keep it P, I was like, actually, like when it started solidifying, I was like, you know what, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Right. And then it came back around and it was like, conversations were had and things are fine. But I think in this space, I'm kind of like, I accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you my homie, we whatever, like, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
And I can navigate it with that understanding and that level of like, again, I'm operating in this space based on purpose and alignment that we both mutually share.
Yeah.
Right. And I think we both like learn from each other in very significant ways. So like I'm focused on the assignment of this person versus like, oh,
yeah,
it's not my person.
Yeah.
What about you? That was a great question, Rach.
Period.
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking of like one specific situation at this very moment. I knew early on that this was not my husband, this was not my person, this was none of the things. But it was fun and I was having fun and I was, yeah, okay, cool. But I also think I did him a disservice. I mean, I was honest with where I was, but I also think that the feelings weren't mutual.
Yeah.
And so it came across like I was being manipulative and like not caring about his feelings. It's like, but I already know what it is. So I say all that to say like, once the thing ended and like we now no longer communicate, like I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not ever intentionally wanting to hurt anybody else's feelings. And I think at the end of the day, that's pretty much what happened. Like his feelings were way more stronger for me than mine for him. So I think now, and I'm in a space, I said all that to say, once I get to that realization, I think I'd rather just step away.
Okay.
And just being fucking for real about like my emotions and where I'm at. And I'm not saying I'm gonna go and be like, you're actually not my husband.
Right.
That's something that I can know and I can pivot and adjust to your point.
Right.
Like this is the purpose that I'm serving in your life at this very moment. And I have to be firm and stand on those boundaries. So I think if I had to take accountability in that situation, it would be, I had these boundaries, but because feelings were there and they were mutual, I wasn't firm on those boundaries. And I think that's when the lines got crossed. And now you in love with me and honey, please, what? I'm back outside. So anyways.
Sorry to that man.
Look, but yeah, so.
Yeah.
I think now I would just rather walk away.
I feel that. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. And you know yourself emotionally enough to know what you can and cannot handle. And I think it takes a lot of maturity to do both in different capacities, right? I think it takes a lot of maturity to understand like, yeah, this ain't it.
Yeah.
And like, I'm going to respectfully communicate that and then adjust. And I also think it takes a lot of maturity to know that and navigate it in a healthy space.
Right.
Right. Not in a manipulative space, not in a, I'm trying to be like toxically attached, like none of those things, but like, no, like I actually like know that there is purpose and like good fruit and good stock, and we can mutually benefit from whatever this is.
Yeah.
And it takes, again, you taking out the emotion and the attachment and the ego that connects. So I guess, like, because we got a couple more minutes, like, if our BFFs are in this situation, like, what advice would we give them in navigating this?
I think, and I say this all the time, like, just be honest about where you are. And I think that once you're truly honest, not like, oh, maybe if you know this is not the person, or if you know this is where I'm at, or this is how much I can handle, you have to communicate that with the other person. Because at the end of the day, like, they can decide to either stay around or they can decide to leave, but you have taken that burden off yourself to carry the load for both emotions or both feelings. But yeah, I would say do that. But to go back to your point earlier, also realizing that every situation, there's a lesson to be learned. And it's not like, take your emotion out of it in a sense of like, it's not about me. Sometimes it's what can you learn from the situation? So if you encounter this again, you can handle it different, because that is literally growth. And that, especially in our 30s, like in navigating singleness, that is the main lesson that I take away from it, is growth. Because when my husband does come, I don't have a tracking number. I don't even know where he is.
So I'm gonna interject right here, because this segues perfectly to how I kind of wanted us to wrap this. I want you to go ahead and look in that camera right there, and I want you to say something to the right person that's gonna be at the right time. So when he comes, we can circle back to this moment. Go ahead.
First off, if you see me, hey boo. Anyway, but seriously, like, I mean, I'm not gonna tell y'all what I've been praying to the Lord, because clearly I don't want the wrong man to tell me, but I just know that when he arrives, wherever you are in the world, it will be the right person and it'll be the right time. And I trust and believe that. So all the, I don't want to say heartbreak, but all the situations I've been in, the dating failures, lessons, all the things, at that point, it will all make sense, because I know that my husband came from the Lord.
Amen.
Period.
Yes.
What about you?
Okay, so lessons. Be in a space of acceptance. I think that is the biggest takeaway. Like, feel your feelings.
72 hours.
72 hours. Try not to crush out. But go stream the EP.
Yeah.
Anyway, feel your feelings. And accept. Right? Like, look at it as chapters written in your story. Right? And like, figure out where this situation plays. And to your point, like, when we have those collective chapters, eventually we're going to have a whole book, right? And that book is going to commemorate the story and the journey and the conclusion of where you're supposed to be. And so to my future husband, hey, I love you. Oh my God. Like, woo, I hope you're not in these streets acting crazy.
Because do you know you have 30 minutes?
30 minutes, yes. But no, seriously, I want us to trust the process of whatever this is supposed to be, because in the right time, in the right moment, it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. And it is going to be God sent. Right? So, like, just keep doing your thing. Keep being amazing. Keep being great. And, you know, when fireworks combust, it'll be right. And, you know, we'll be at each other's weddings.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And then we're going to replay back these episodes.
Yes.
Please, okay?
Yes, because we've been rooting for you.
Yeah. And I just want to let my future man know that I love you already.
I love you so much.
There's like a piece of my heart that already has your name on it. I don't know your name, but just know it's there.
So God knows it.
Period.
And it's going to be like a lock and key.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
So, all right, gang. Well, I think we got to wrap it up. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes. We are grateful for our BFFs. Shout out to, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Shout out to our family, our friends. We love y'all so much. Thank you for the continued support. Shout out to Anti-Fiction. Shout out to Dre. We love you. We are so grateful for you. And cheers to a very blissful and abundant season.
Yes.
Right?
Literally, I was going to say that. I thank each and every one of you for watching, subscribing, the comments, the feedback, the people that want to be on the pod. We're getting to you.
We getting there.
We're very thankful. Because honestly, without y'all, we would just be sitting up here yapping on FaceTime every day.
Every day. We still gonna do that anyway.
Oh, period. But I do love the fact that we can sit on this couch and actually have genuine, honest, and open conversations.
Yes.
And that people out there somewhere can relate to what we're actually talking about. So
love y'all.
Love y'all. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Remember, if you could be anything,
be fucking for real.
Adios. We out, baby.